Hi, Tuxedo Mask, Darian here, and today we're going to talk about. Everyone always asks us, where do we get our Sailor Moon dolls from? Well, we got them from Amazon, or I guess you would say Fighter Women. Some of them came from eBay. Others came from eBay through friends on the interweb. And that's mostly where they all came from. Well, and I take that back because, well, since another came from other websites no longer around anymore. Now, a lot of folks wonder what are the good kind of Sailor Moon dolls to get. Well, that's up to what kind you gather, what you can afford. There are many kinds, but everyone out there would, if you go on way right now and put in Sailor Moon dolls, almost everyone is either getting their stuff from eBay or they're getting it from sundry other websites that I never heard of before, and they're all worth a lot. Any website you get your Sailor Moon dolls from are going to be worth a lot. The newer things as well as the older things. And some of you folks might think, how long did it take for us to get why we didn't get every single Sailor Moon doll ever made? Well, one, what you could afford, and two, what was being sold on the website. You see, all those dolls right there are the only things we ever got. And I know there's a lot of Sailor Moon doll gatherers out there that got almost every single doll made by Irwin and Bandai and every other, business out there. So everybody wonders how much the Sailor Moon dolls worth on Amazon, or Strong Woman or Fighter Woman. Well, it has to do with the seller, because the worths are sundrious, and there are many sellers or sundrious sellers out there, so the worth could be high. And on eBay, the worths are even more higher, since a lot of it goes in the bid. Now, a lot of folks can't even afford to bid on it. If you can't afford to buy it, you can't afford to bid on it. So what you need to do is, if you do see it on eBay and there's many worths there, buy it outright if you can. Since if it goes to a bid, your luck of getting it is not going to be so good. But you'll probably seek a lot more old Irwin and Bandai Sailor Moon dolls through eBay than probably any other website out there. Now, I know some folks are going to say, what about Deal Dash? What about Overstock? Well, I don't know if they sell them on there or not. And what website do I think you seek the most Sailor Moon things on? Well, back in the day it was Amazon or Strong Woman. Now it's eBay. And who knows? eBay seems to be where more sellers are selling Sailor Moon dolls at than I would guess any other website out there. And like I was saying, there's also seems to be a held belief by some doll gatherers out there between who's made the greater Sailor Moon dolls. Was it Irwin Toy, now a dead toy making business over in the Settle Land, or was it Bandai, the toy making business over in Dawnland, which still makes toys to this day? Well, I guess it has to do more of a belief, but I tend to like both of them. And some Sailor Moon doll gatherers say that the first Irwin and Bandai dolls were ugly and that their leers were longed. Well, I like them. Half of all those ones there is half and half. Half of them are early Bandai Irwin ones, and some of them are later Irwin Bandai ones. But if they say Irwin on them, then that's what they are. So I like them both. And it took Duane years to get every single Sailor Moon doll you see there. You see, it took years between going on Amazon or Strong Woman, then having friends that would give him gifts, mostly buying it for eBay, and other websites, you know. And at the end of the day, you know, it is what it is. Well, except for one came from the Salvation Army, or the keeping fighting arm, you know, giving, and thrift middle. Well, beyond that, everyone else came from either Amazon or eBay. And everything on eBay is worth a lot more than it is on Amazon or Strong Woman. And as far as deal dash or overstock, or God forbid I offer ideal, which is like the more really a shitty offshoot of all those ones I just talked about there. So anyway, it is what it is. So that's where we got the whole Sailor Moon doll gathering from. And I know that a lot of folks out there have a lot more than Duane does, given the grounds that they can afford to buy all of them from all those sundriest websites out there. But one little thing that I don't stand on is keeping them in the box. Now you're going to have doll gatherers that call themselves earnest doll gatherers that will say you got to keep them in the box, because one day when you want to either sell them at a large sale or a house sale, you know, or whatever, or give it away to some thrift shop somewhere, or pawn it, whatever that would be, in their mind they think the box is going to make it worth a lot more than if it's out of the box. Well, that box was only meant for the doll to be in it from when it was made, shipped from the business that crafted it to the shop that sold it. After that, you need to get it out of the box. Either play with it, show it off, whatever. Because over time, the boxes start to come undone. And they start to either besmirch the hair, or they besmirch the clothing. For you earnest doll gatherers are always worried about how your dolls look, keep in mind those boxes, those strings that are holding them instead, one day that's going to either besmirch the hair, besmirch the clothing, and you're going to lose your doll anyway. So take them out of the box. And for God's sake, stop saying you're an earnest doll gatherer. You know, saying that the folks that take them out of the box aren't earnest doll gatherers or something. You're never going to, and let's be earnest about that. It's not like, and the worth of the doll is whatever the shop or the website thinks it's worth. So it's not like you're going to get that much from it if you sell it at a large sale or a house sale where you can set your own worth for things. Or, you know, if you're giving away to some type of thrift shop or pawn or whatever the English word for that is, shop out there, you're only going to get what they think it's worth. Or a trade-in shop, you're only going to get for what they think it's worth, not what you believe it's worth. You know? So anyway, that's all the time I got. If you like this film, then follow me over here at Sailor Moon for Life. Watch the other film we made yesterday over here, when Sailor Moon talked about why she'll never be a mate on U-Way. I, Tuxedo Mask Darian, and I'll see you later. Bye.